I just
Shoes
feel
withstand
nauseous.
tropical temperature.
What I eat? I had some suspicious corn.
Not the flavor,
Let's watch the Drew
bitter
video.
flavor of soap, but the smell of like a...
Let's see how I'm feeling by the end of it.
Everybody keeps saying, Drew, you can't restock your merch. You don't know how. You're too stupid. But guess what?
I don't know how.
I figured it out.
He figured it out.
Shirts at DrewGoodenShop.com.
Hey guys,
DrewGoodenShop.com.
Flawless wife bringing me a sandwich I didn't ask for. So I made a Twitch account in 2018 with the intention of streaming regularly, and in the 4 years since, I have streamed once. I keep telling myself I'll go back to it, but as with everything else in life, I remember it's just so much easier not to, so I don't. But today, that all changes, thanks to the help of one man, Tyler Ninja Blevins. If you don't know who Ninja is, he's sort of the Michael Jordan of having blue hair. If you do know who Ninja is, you probably expected me to say he's the Michael Jordan of Twitch streaming, but that would imply that he's one of the very best.
Nava.
I don't know if that's true. I think at this point there are tons of people doing an equal or better job of representing how fun.
This was really recent.
Tons of people doing an equal or better job of representing
It's
how
like
fun
the same
and
shirt.
exciting Twitch can be. Ninja might just be the only streamer that, like, your grandma has heard of because she saw him on Ellen. Since there's such a large portion of the general population that had no idea what a Fortnite stream was when their kids told them it was their new favorite thing to watch, I think someone had to be anointed as, like, the face of it. And Ninja is a high energy guy. He's very good at video games. He made himself super marketable, and he used to stream all the time, which made him constantly accessible. He was the right dude.
I didn't know he was actually good.
Playing the right game, and to his credit, he totally embraced it. Not everyone in that position would have said yes to as many things as he did. Sometimes it's actually okay not to do everything that's offered to you, because you never know when you might end up unsuccessfully.
He was pretty good at Fortnite at launch.
Wet New Yorkers by flossing like your life depends on it.
Oh.
As far as I can tell, Ninja is just a guy who got way more famous than he ever needed to be. And apart from his weird creator beefs and notoriously bizarre tweets, I don't really have too strong of an opinion about him at this point in my life. Anyway, all of that brings us up to a few months ago, March 2022.
He was
Ninja
cracked?
launches his exclusive Masterclass.
Hey,
With
I
years
talked about
of
this.
clicking and yelling now under his belt, Tyler is finally ready to share the secrets that led him to the top for the low, low price of one annual membership to Masterclass.com. For the record, this is a 1-month class, but in order to take it, you have to be subscribed to the website for an entire year. Which will cost you $180. A small price to pay once you find out they have classes from both Clintons. So you already know the drill. I'm going to sign up for this class, and I'm going to regret it. Full disclosure, I signed up for this already. I'm filming this intro after the fact. Can someone tell me why the fuck I bought the Duo version? Did I think I was gonna be watching him on 2 devices at the same time?
Why do they
what
have...
would that even accomplish for me? So anyway,
why do they have that in the first place?
Class. Most people will choose to spend a little bit less. One of the first things he gives you at the start of the class is a PDF document with all sorts of gaming and streaming lingo. I cannot overstate how helpful this glossary is. There are some extremely advanced terms.
Maybe you'll watch it on 2, you'd learn double the speed.
Used throughout one of the courses. You know, things like keyboard.
Oh,
YouTube,
of course.
Apparently that's the thing that you click with, but I don't know. I'm still new to this. The true beginning of this class is a section that has equipment for all different budgets, links on where to buy everything, and honestly, that's a pretty valuable resource to have all in one place. But I can't help but laugh whenever he says something like this.
You only need one monitor. If you can afford more than one, then that is definitely recommended. But if you can't afford 2 monitors...
If you can't afford a second monitor because I made you spend the cost of one on this class, then you know what? That's on me. That's my bad. Sorry about that. That's kind of the irony of this whole section.
I recommend that you spend a good amount of money on your gaming PC.
Relative to other hobbies, streaming can be very expensive to start out. Even the lowest end computer that he recommends is about $1,000. And you still have to buy a microphone, a webcam, a mouse, and keyboard.
Seems like
we
a
just learned about earlier. He really
word
tries
count.
to stress how every dollar is so important when you're starting
I think
out.
it's so
like,
weird. It's so weird to I mean, I guess he just wanted to fill it with more filler stuff, but like, it's so weird to try to teach streaming and then you think that you try to teach it in a way that you have to explain what the fuck a keyboard and a mouse is. What?
Maybe save 180 of them for equipment and then just watch an OBS YouTube tutorial for free. Speaking of which, I love this line.
It's plug and play for a reason. It may seem a little scary, but it's not. There's tutorials everywhere on the internet.
Ninja, I don't know if you know this. You're filming a tutorial. Don't outsource the work to someone else. Just tell me how to do these things while I'm here in the class that you're teaching.
In this second clip, you will already immediately see the evolution of my streaming personality.
What's going on, guys?
It's so funny to hear him describe the things that he does well in like an analytical way.
Okay, here we go. See, now it's okay. We're on a good lead.
You can see I'm wearing my hat. I'm clearly doing a funny voice.
And obviously you probably noticed
Oh,
as well
God.
that I will often make silly faces. So sometimes I'll do one of these, you know, or maybe I'll hit him with one of these. And that's just one of those funny ass things you can do.
And, you know, of course, it's entertaining to watch.
This makes me laugh, and laugh so hard.
This next clip I'm going to show you is kind of me evolving a little bit as a content creator.
It's so forced.
What do you guys notice that has changed?
And
my
scary.
background has changed. I had a better
Holy.
chair.
Okay, so evolving as a creator means buying a more expensive chair.
My light setup was totally different, way more appealing.
All right, well, I thought maybe he was going to talk a little bit more about like evolving your personality, but it seems like his advice is just to, you know, spend more money on the wall behind you. Hey, he's the master, and this is his class.
Things in the
This
background.
class is
appealing.
very
You have
master.
The gaming fridge, of course, with the energy drinks in there. That's always fun
I'm trying
to
not
look
to
at.
throw up.
Yeah, I have a lot
Not because
of
of Drew or
looking at
Ninja,
that
I'm just
fridge.
nauseous.
We're gonna go wear suits to the new Minions movie. You trying to come?
No can do, big guy. I have got my day filled.
Oh wow. That fridge is really fun to look at.
I know.
So
The very
fun.
first one, it was just my full screen webcam. The next one, I was reacting to a clip that I had, and you know, I was wearing a hat.
All right, there we go. If you want to get better at streaming, put on a hat. You know, that's probably why my friend Chris is so good at streaming. That dude has so many hats.
My headphones were upgraded. The my hair was blue.
Now we're getting somewhere. These are actionable steps. Wear a funny hat and dye your hair. Fuck. If you're like me and you're not exactly sure why that matters so much, he does actually have some pretty insightful commentary about it.
People really wanted me to always have my hair blue, and it just became a part of my brand. There are a couple of categories.
Oh. Okay, I guess that's it. Absolutely great editing there. Gotta love the cut right as he's opening his mouth to say more. I couldn't believe, actually, how many times he mentions his blue hair in this class.
Okay, so we have Ninja blue hair, right? I dyed my hair blue, and everyone thought, okay, now blue-haired person, me dyeing my hair blue, and the hair, my hair was blue.
It's almost like he's convinced himself that one of the secrets to his success is that he dyed his hair a funny color. Well, since it seems to be such an integral part of his brand, maybe we should check in on a stream now and see how it looks.
Listen, just know that I will set my alarm at 5 a.m. so I can see all of your guys' morning wood.
I forgot to look at his hair. I think most people's experience with this class will be that it's very front-loaded with content. He's got a little over an hour about the basics of what you need to just hit the go live button. And then the next section is 23 minutes long. He starts flying through these short lessons that are like, practice the game that you like, and also don't stream too much, but don't not stream too much.
Good luck.
He even spends 2 of these very crucial minutes just rambling on about one specific Dead by Daylight trick he saw once, and it's like, dude, could you have written something down for this?
It's called like a 360.
Why does it seem like half the class is him going, oh shit, what else?
This is the word count. He's trying to hit the word count.
No scopes. No scopes are cool. So You could do one of those. Before you even have time to process anything that he said in section 2, we're already breezing right into section 3, which is less than 23 minutes long. It's so visibly short at first glance that they had to pad it out by copying and pasting 2 lessons from the previous section. Share your streams with the community and engage with each other. And now, do it again.
Listen to your
Did I
chat. The
follow
next
these
time they
steps
come
when I
in, if they
became a
say something about their
streamer?
Dog, maybe.
No, when I streamed, I was like, I'm just gonna stream. And then there were 5 people, and I was like, let's go. And that was it. I just turned it on.
Their dog isn't feeling well. And they come in the next day, and you're just like, hey, Jack, what's up, buddy? How's your dog, man? You probably just secured that viewer for life.
Ask people if
Fuck, I
their
should've had
dog
blue
is.
hair.
He's got a section about how to deal with trolls, which is definitely something to be wary of if you're going to be doing anything in a live setting. I love that this is the only example of an insult that he could come up with on the spot.
Like, if someone says, hey, Ninja, your hair is looking really blue today, kind of weird. I'd be like, yeah, that is kind of weird.
Dude had one thing on his mind that day.
Blue hair.
I really liked when he went on this long explanation of how to ban people and specifically described each and everything to do, but they never showed his screen. I mean, you can kind of see it in this shot, but it's a little blurry. Oh, here, now they're gonna show us.
So this user, I'm going to demonstrate how to ban and unban them. It is literally as simple as pressing 2 buttons. So you have their username, you click ban, and you simply just unban.
I can't see what you're doing, buddy. This happens multiple times. It kind of makes me think that they just forgot to record his screen while he was doing this section, and instead of attempting to recreate that,
This is like explaining what streaming is to parents.
It's so bad.
Not
That's
a class
not even Tyler's fault, you
to
know, but it
teach
does
you how to
show a
stream.
general lack of caring from
They
everyone
should have,
involved.
dude, to increase the length and word count, they should have showed like how to connect your monitor to your computer. Fuck it. How to build a PC. Put that in there too. How to connect the webcam to your PC. How to use a keyboard. How to use a mouse.
There are times where the crew is either pranking Tyler with the editing or they just don't give a shit. This is a real clip from the Masterclass.
Talkies. Gaming is intense, but talkies are seriously intense. And
That's not the original commercial. He doesn't shit and fart in the actual ad.
Call out your regulars and loyal viewers. They'll keep coming back.
What up, this? How you doing, bro? Fufo, I think the tier 1 sub.
Make sure to always talk to your chat. After all, they're your friends.
You guys
Welcome
are my
back,
best friends.
Dick Lord. Thanks for the 6 months. How's your dog doing, by the way? You don't have a then get one so I can talk to you.
you now have a lot of pressure on you to set good examples. It is going to be up to you to
Thanks,
instill good
yeasty
morals or the
rancid
morals that you have
discharge.
into your audience. You know, not promote harassment and not promote, being negative.
You're trash.
Shut the
You're
fuck
awful.
up,
You're
you
so
fucking stupid gray name.
stupid.
What
You know,
the
just when
fuck
I
do you
thought
think
some
you're
of his
doing in
advice was
here?
starting to dip in quality, he drops this banger.
I have a Fortnite skin. It is no surprise that the best titles can grab potential viewers who are scrolling through channels.
Yeah, so, if you want to get a lot of views on a video, just get Fortnite to make you a skin and put you in the item shop. And then just tell people about it. Guaranteed millions of views, dude, and it works every time. You gotta try it. Actually, a lot of the final section of this class is about these, completely unattainable things you could do to get bigger.
I always express my personality in gaming, but wanted to break out and do other forms of media and entertainment to expand my audience.
Welcome to the Daily Show.
Thank you for having me.
Don't
Wait,
just
how
be a
is this-
streamer, go on TV.
I wanted to be known in Hollywood, so I went on shows like Ellen and The Tonight Show and The Masked Singer, and was eventually cast in movies like Free Guy.
Come on, get your name out there. Be in a movie. I know it sounds crazy, but it makes a big difference.
Collaborations are a great way to get more people to your stream, and it's very exciting for your viewers.
And of
Collaboration? Yeah,
course,
just
you
call
gotta
Drake.
play Fortnite with Drake. You may think, I don't need to do that, but don't
Holy-
underestimate how big that could be for your career.
Starting out, you might not get to game with a celebrity.
But
I'm
Ninja, you
sure I'm
just said I
obnoxious.
could. Where he could have at least stuck the landing a little bit with some solid marketing tips. The branding section at the end just annoyed me because of how unspecific everything is. It's basically just a long list of Tyler's accomplishments, most of which you're probably already aware of if you spent $200 to take a ninja class. He continually stresses the importance of branding, which I agree with, but doesn't give you any tangible steps on how to do it. And I don't expect this class to suddenly transition into a graphic design lesson, but you know, if this is Masterclass's definitive how to stream course, they could at least go into some detail about
I
the
remember
basic stream.
when he announced it, I was like, I bet it's gonna tell us some fucking generic shit about how to stream, but it's even worse.
2 years POG.
He doesn't even give the generic advice. He tells you to just go play Fortnite with Drake, go on a movie, go on a TV show.
Stream assets that you need to make. Your subscriber emotes, your channel banner, your alerts, the screen that says starting soon or be right back. You know, all those things you can put in to make your stream unique to you. He barely even mentions any of those things. He's kind of just like, look at my logo. Isn't it a cool logo?
That
Joke's
is
on
very-
you. It's not even my fucking logo anymore.
Okay.
I made a worse one. Also, why even include a section about brand deals? This is a 30-day class. No one starting a stream from scratch is worried about doing a brand deal before they've even streamed for a month.
This is something that's going to be online forever and hopefully teaching people how to become amazing professional streamers for decades, for a millennia to come.
Yeah, dude. 1,000 years from now. 1,000 years from now, people are still going to be watching this class.
Voila.
I think that a good portion of the beginning of this course is helpful to someone who wants to start streaming and they have no idea what to do. But it is very clear to me that not nearly enough care or attention was put into this for it to be worthy of the cost. Also, like, I don't think Ninja is just this undeniably affable guy. He's just really fucking good at Fortnite. And you can't teach someone to be as good as he is. You especially can't teach someone to be really good at a brand new game and be better than everyone else at it before they've all caught up to you. Because that was kind of the initial wave of the early days of Fortnite for him. So to be someone who already has a net worth of like $50 million, and then you charge all your most hardcore fans off the promise that maybe they'll be famous like you, it's bullshit, man. This sucks. What I did genuinely enjoy
You watch
the
a lot of
most
Masterclass, all
about
of them
this
are very
was the
good, it's probably
community aspect
disappointing,
of it.
yeah.
Like I said, there's a point where Ninja kind of puts the burden on you to support each other.
Can't believe
But
it
for
was
the most
even
part,
worse
people
than
do.
I
And that's cool
expected.
because it's pretty easy to get selfish when you're starting something and you're like, you know what? That's great. I see that you're streaming. I love that for you. But could someone watch my streaming? So
Yeah,
I'll
watch you streaming,
go
Drew.
out of their way to compliment someone's setup. Or
I didn't know he
answer a
was real
question that
on
someone
Twitch.
had. But it's funny to me that potentially the most valuable part of the class is the one part that Ninja has no involvement in. There's so many cool people taking this class with all different kinds of content. I saw a Lego building stream. I saw a couple that streams at Disneyland. But my favorite streamer by far was this kid, Plushy Orca.
If we don't get this dub, I'll eat a spoonful of mayonnaise.
No.
No spoonful of mayonnaise for me.
Tell me that that's not the most badass clip you've ever seen. To their credit, the class does have its own TA that goes around, you know, interacting with people's
No,
posts.
those posts
It's
were
never anything.
Yeah, I think it's like people that took the class are interacting with each other and sharing stuff.
Super specific to that person. What's your favorite piece of decor? What's your favorite conversation piece? What's your favorite piece or prop? Are you working on building connections in other communities? Are you working on building connections in other communities? Tom, are you building connections? Let's go. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? And before you ask, the TA is not Ninja himself. Not that I would expect him to be, although it would be really funny if he was commenting on these in third person. No, the TA is a mysterious and unknown entity. One who's really only there to make the community section seem more valuable than it actually is. The one silver lining with this course, if you spent almost $200 and you got to this point and you're like, that's it? Is that you're still able to watch a shit ton of content on Masterclass. It's just a matter of whether that's something that actually has value to you, because it might not. You might have noticed Marquez Brownlee just launched his own course about video creating and posting, and I feel like this class is just so much beefier than the one
I don't know, it could
just
be his
watched.
wife.
He has a 21-minute video entirely dedicated to lenses. If you've ever watched his content, you know that he's extremely tech savvy, and he also has a much more natural TV teaching cadence with the way he lays out information. Whereas Tyler, I assume, was just riffing things off the top of his head, which is probably why he constantly trailed off into silence.
Streaming just gave me the platform to, and I think that's how, you know, but I mean, my recommendation is.
But you know what? It's not fair of me to just sit here and criticize Ninja without taking his tips and tricks into the real
He's
world.
probably
So for the next 3
I think he's trying to not say because usually if you try not to say that, you pause and then you
3 weeks, I will be following his advice to a T as I create my own Twitch channel and try to build it from the ground up with no promotion whatsoever.
Now, obviously, I don't want this Twitch account to link back to me in any way. If someone finds my channel, I want it to be entirely organic. So I'm going to try to create a persona that's both generic and yet still true to my own brand. I can't believe that name wasn't already taken. After some light branding and a little bit of finagling on OBS, I hit start on my very first stream ever. And I forgot to enable VODs beforehand, so there is no record of it. And of course I had one of the most insane Fortnite wins I've ever had. I somehow escaped so many near-death experiences and made it all the way to the end, and then I won because the last player left just died. I didn't shoot him, I didn't see him, he must have just walked into the storm, I guess, because I won without doing anything.
Draw
and
good,
you
man.
can't even see my reaction to it. Once I realized that I had nothing important to do for the rest of the day until my wife came home in a couple hours, I went live for another first stream. This time I had old school RuneScape open while I spent 8 minutes trying to figure out how to get a chat overlay on stream. If you're wondering, I learned how to do that from a free YouTube video, not the class that I paid for. But right as I was settled in and satisfied with my work, the unexpected happened. Someone showed up. The possibility of this happening was so minuscule in my mind that I was not prepared for this at all. I actually almost panicked and ended stream. What if I panicked and ended stream? But I stayed on for a few minutes and had a short conversation with her. She told me she plays RuneScape too and was literally just scrolling through the OSRS tab on Twitch, and she clicked on my stream because my name was Scoliosis King. So 1 point for my awesome branding. What a great day. But obviously I still wasn't satisfied, so before my third stream, I did a little bit of work to make the viewer experience better. I put the Finding Nemo DVD menu on the TV in this stock photo I found. I made a couple playlists for different moods
that's more work than me.
myself in. And then I started stream with my microphone off for 2 minutes. You know, and that's the thing about going live in front of 0 viewers. There's no stakes, no pressure, no one to tell you that your audio levels are terrible. Oopsies. For stream number 4, I made sure to test the audio levels beforehand, so that was good to go. And then I put on a hat. I guess you could say I was learning. Even though no one technically watched the stream or, you know, even tuned in at any point, I felt good about my growth as a streamer. I was kicking ass in the game. No spoonful of mayonnaise for me. I was being relatable. Y'all ever drink water before? I felt like if I just stuck to it, things would turn around eventually. And then my next stream took all the wind out of my sails. It was a combination of things. I was doing one of my least favorite Slayer tasks in RuneScape, a game I've already been getting kind of bored of lately. I am bored of this game. I was really tired that day, and the repetitiveness of what I was doing certainly didn't help. When there's no one there to bounce energy off of, it's really hard to maintain energy. And you feel like you should the whole time, just in case someone pops in and you have like 2 seconds to lure them in, and you never know when it's gonna be, so you have to always be ready. Thank you so much to everybody who watched today, which from the looks of it was nobody. But even at this point, I tried to stay optimistic and keep focusing on improving the quality of my stream. I thought I had a pretty funny idea for the alert that would play whenever I got a new follower or subscriber. The thing is, like, that doesn't matter if no one's doing either of those things. So I took matters into my own hands by blowing the dust off the Stream Deck that I bought in 2020.
Damn, I don't even have one of these.
I could repurpose all of the sound effects I've saved on my computer over the years, including this fart compilation that I forgot was over a minute long.
What? Let's go, scoliosis.
For my 7th attempt, I put everything that I had learned thus far together and had what I think was my best stream yet.
Thanks for jumping out of the bush so I could see where you were, dude.
I was energetic. I was being a little goofball.
Just being a goofball.
I was making wacky faces left and right, just like the master himself. But yet again, I looked over and no one was there to watch. It was frustrating to feel like I was finally starting to hit my stride.
I was like, wait, didn't he put a chat overlay on the stream? Where's the chat? Wait.
Creatively, but it wasn't making a difference because no one was finding my stream. At this point, I had utilized just about every tip that Ninja had given me and then some, and still it wasn't working. I knew that something drastic had to change, but what?
My crazy hair, like crazy blue hair. Blue-haired person. My recommendation is dyeing my hair blue.
I'm about to dye my hair blue. That's pretty good. That's really good.
Too late. Didn't think about that in time. So at this point, you're probably wondering,
That
Drew,
looked really
did you really
good.
spend 4 hours in a hair salon just because Ninja mentioned his hair a few times? And also, did you have to download Instacart this week because you're too embarrassed to go to the grocery store? Yes to both. But the reason I dyed my hair is because I had something crazy in mind for the culmination of my journey. I was going to do a 24-hour stream. This was a big leap for me. Up until this point, I had only streamed for like an hour or two at a time just to dip my toes in the pool. And now I was going to jump upside down into the ocean. So with my wife away for the weekend and my hair the color of toothpaste, around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, I began what I assumed would be the most successful night of my Twitch career. I was wrong.
Oh no.
I got off to a pretty hot start, honestly. I was feeling good. Turns out the beginning of a 24-hour stream is the same as a regular stream because you haven't done the 24-hour part yet. Really, this is no different than what I normally do. I'm just playing video games. No one's watching me. I'm talking out loud to myself. Well, I shouldn't say no one is watching. There was a point early on where a spam bot came in and advertised something. Sure would be great if they showed Ninja's screen during that lesson on how to ban someone from your chat, because then I would know how to do it. It was several hours before any real person joined. It was my follower, Samantha. She didn't like my hair, so that's not good. Now, before all this, I had recently begun a pretty regimented meal plan, and I didn't want to lose all my progress just because of this video. So I made sure to use sound alerts to build reminders into the stream. A fun surprise happened about 3.5 hours into the stream. A new viewer showed up. I got a new person. Welcome in. I've streamed so many times. I've only had one chatter. I was confused by his message though. He said 24 hours? Really? Like he doesn't believe that I could do it. You don't know anything about me, dude. You don't know what kind of resolve I have. Then he told me that I look really bored and that I should chew on something. You know, it's not my fault that I have resting bored face, because my face does this. That was his final message in the chat. He never came back. When 4 o'clock rolled around, it was time for my yogurt.
It's yogurt time! I'm fucking Oikos 000. I hope it sends me to hell.
And it was around this time when the cracks were starting to form. The regret that I felt from blowing it with Chucky earlier was really sending me on a downward spiral. I started listening to Doodlebop songs. I took multiple Doodlebops quizzes. I found out I was Rooney. 6 hours in, I made me as Ninja on The Sims. And I designed him a beautiful house with no privacy.
The
except
Voxel
for
on
one curtain by the
Scoliosis
kitchen
King.
toilet. He also had a basement stream room filled with trees and portraits of faraway landscapes, places he couldn't
No.
go to because he was on house arrest for tax evasion. I forgot that I accidentally made him really mean though, so every time he tried to talk to someone, it would turn contentious immediately. The only thing he ever wanted to do with them was get into a fist fight. I figured he was just lonely and didn't know how to express himself, so I put in an online order of a cat. A guy from the adoption agency brought him out to me, and I got him confused with a different cat that I spent the next 2 hours talking to. So the guy took the cat that I was supposed to adopt, and the cat that I was talking to walked off my lot, and I never saw him again. So that was when I stopped playing The Sims. A third of the way there, my one follower Samantha suggested GeoGuessr, and this was perfect for the state of mind that I was in. A few weeks ago, I was watching this guy Banthany refuse to end his stream until he hit a state streak on GeoGuessr of 100. It ended up taking him 150 hours to do it, but when he finally did, it was one of the greatest moments I've ever seen on Twitch.
Samantha the goat.
I can't look! I can't look! I can't look! Yes! 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 Not to brag or anything, but I'm pretty good at GeoGuessr too. My state streak is 5. At this point, my focus was solely on marching forward. No one else had popped in at all, so I was just trying to kill time. I got over 2 hours out of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I even beat one of the hardest scenarios in the game without breaking a sweat. I am a gamer god. Why is no one here to appreciate it? Around 4 a.m., I was starting to get a little tired.
Try not to
So
Chundy.
I began a new playthrough of Wolfenstein 2 on the hardest difficulty.
This is how you go down, Nazi.
All things considered, went all right for a bit until I hit what proved to be an impenetrable wall. So I mumbled something incoherent, exited out of the game, and went on a short break of 3 hours and 40
What the
minutes.
fuck?
I didn't go to sleep, and I don't want to go back to sleep, I don't want to go to sleep for the first time.
I guess I thought about it, and I was like, no one even knows that I'm here. If I go to sleep right now, it's not like anyone will say, Drew, hey, buddy, wake up. You gotta finish your stream. They wouldn't say anything because no one even knows that I'm doing this. As I drifted off to sleep on my couch that's not quite long enough to hold a human-sized man, I started to have crazy dreams. The viewer count was climbing fast. 100, 1,000, 10,000 people all here to cheer me on and say Pog and whatever Keck W means. I got to show them the game I invented that had a perfect score on Metacritic. It was Harry Potter themed. I don't know how I got the rights to that. Everybody applauded my effort and congratulated me on a job well done. And then 3 hours later, I woke up and no one was there. Obviously. If people weren't joining the stream before, they weren't gonna pop in now and wait an indefinite amount of time for me to return from my hiatus. At this point, the stream was just a Spotify playlist gone rogue and my Be Right Back screen that I was probably using a little inaccurately. But I went and grabbed my cold brew from yesterday out of the fridge and popped on some GeoGuessr while I slowly woke myself up.
Oh no. It transported me back to the past. I gotta find Doc.
Even in this mental
Where's
state, I
Samantha
managed to reach
left?
a new record-breaking state streak. That's right, 6. Time was melting away, and as the sun moved further and further towards the center of the sky, I knew that the prison sentence I had forced upon myself would soon be complete. With about 90 minutes left of stream, I decided that I would get a Fortnite dub right as time expired. A lofty goal, I know, but I was up for the challenge. Just kidding. This is some of the worst Fortnite I've ever played in my life. Turns out video games are way harder when your brain doesn't work. With a little under 30 minutes left, my boy Eddie popped in, and it was a glorious moment. 4 years ago, my Twitch career began alongside him, and even though I followed that up with roughly a 1,500-day break, it felt so poetic to be right back where I started. And during our second of 2 games together, he died because he went to ping an enemy and his controller made him take a selfie. But not even yet another quick loss could bring me down at this point. I was so close to being done. Who gives a shit? Fuck this stupid game. When it was time to get my dub right as the clock hit 24, I realized that wasn't going to happen, so instead I jumped off a cliff and lived. The stream is over. I never have to do this again. I'm never going to do this again. Fuck you, Ninja. So let's recap. I streamed for about 40 hours on this account, and during that time, roughly 25 people came in at different points, but almost none of them stayed for more than a few seconds. 3 people actually typed a message in the chat, but one of them was a bot. After spending $150 to dye my hair and delivering 24 straight hours of high octane
So it's not technically, it's not 25 to 30 concurrent viewers. He had like, at most, 1 to 2 concurrent. It was mostly 0.
When I fell asleep,
yeah,
I grew all the way from 1
follower
to 1. Well, I still have 1 follower. Big shout out to Samantha. You were there from the beginning. You were the only one there at any point. So even though things didn't exactly work out for me, I don't think Ninja's class is entirely useless. He taught me how to set up
I think
OBS.
Ninja's class is better to like send to your
Everything
parents
else,
to explain
like
to
all
them
of
what
the
streaming
specific
is.
overlays I wanted to do, using the Stream Deck for sound effects and scene changes, I fucking Googled all that. And it was free! There are a handful of people on Masterclass who don't speak much publicly, so if you're like a massive fan of them, it would probably be worth it to hear Mariah Carey, for instance, talk about singing. I'm not trying to learn how to sing, but it'd probably be pretty cool to hear her talk about it, you know? But even if you are the world's biggest Ninja fan, I promise you, you have not run out of Ninja content to watch. He's probably streaming right now. And if you want to learn how he streams, pay attention to what he does and take notes. That's it. He's good at his job. He's been doing this for a long time. I think an aspiring streamer could learn a lot just from watching him. But you don't need to pay him $180 to tell you, you know, sometimes I talk in a funny voice. Out of all the jobs on Masterclass, his is the most publicly available. Like, I can't just walk into a kitchen and look over a chef's shoulder to see how they made something. I don't know the process of writing poetry just because I read a finished poem. I don't know what goes into getting a series picked up just because I watched the show. There are plenty of classes on here where that kind of inside look is something that's unique and valuable. But Ninja is showing you how to do his job every time he does his job.
He probably
because that's part of the job. You can't stream if you're not showing people. I lost my mind. My hair is blue and I lost my mind. I'm gonna take a walk. Babe, there's a guy in our kitchen? Don't worry, it's just me. And I'm here to cook today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Having food delivered straight to your door is one of life's greatest surprise. So I'm sure a bunch of people are gonna go follow the Scoliosis King account on Twitch, and that's great. I appreciate it. I'm never gonna stream on there though. If I do ever stream on Twitch in the future, just follow me at Drew is Gooden, and I'll put the link in the description. There's people I've been subscribed to for like 3 or 4 years now, and I'd like to keep that streak on there, so I'm not gonna make a new account and lose all that, you know. To all the people watching this video 1,000 years from now, hello, I'm dead. I probably died 940 years ago. I don't know. But if you are watching this in the year 3022, comment down below what life is like. Is Florida underwater? Who's the president? Is
I'm
the
still
Simpsons
nauseous.
To everyone else, I will see you in the next video that I make, where I will be.
I was here. Mom, I was in here. Where was I?
How fun and exciting Twitch can be. Ninja might
I was somewhere here.
Of the very best at it. I don't know if that's true. I think at this point there are tons.
That's me, Mom. It's me.
Seriously bizarre.
Yeah, so Ninja came out with a Masterclass. Wait, was it like a month ago? I don't remember. I remember saying, there's this, it's probably just gonna say really basic shit. I'm in the description. Hey, that's me. You guys are in there too. Yeah, I've been wearing the same shirt for the month. Whatever, dude.
He's just a boring person, I feel like.
I mean, I don't think he's a boring person, but like the way he's... Okay, wait, let me go back to my original thought. Was like, when he announced it, I said, there's no way that he can teach anything that you can't already Google. There's no way he's going to say anything that's going to be fucking secret or anything that you can't like look up on your own. There is no secret to streaming. And wow, he blew my mind away with how much worse it was. He doesn't even go into the importance of like making social media and stuff. So like, I'm pretty sure Masterclass probably was like, hey, can you help us make a course on streaming? And then he like just pumped some shit out. They probably had a really like vague outline of what he wanted, what he should do for it. And he just made it. Did he actually give a fuck? I honestly don't think he did. Probably not. Yeah, he did not say anything worth the value at all. $200, that's fucking crazy. I could do a better one. Literally anybody could do a better one if they just put more effort into it. There's not a lot you can explain on how to start streaming that hasn't already been said a million times. What was I? Oh yeah, the person saying he's a boring person. I mean, I don't think he's a boring person. He's like ridiculously popular. He's probably the most mainstream person that broke out of Twitch. But everything is very manufactured. It's almost like so perfectly manufactured. Even the way he's selling it, the way he's selling how you should build a personality and brand in his class, it all feels very inauthentic. Which I guess could net you the popularity and growth that you want with kids. It's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. It's very, what's up, YouTube? If he started streaming now, he wouldn't be popular? No. Probably not. Because it would have been someone else. Now, timing and luck is a lot. But, like, I think if you're gonna make a class, or if you want to make a tutorial teaching people how to stream or whatever, the guy who made the video about trying to stream from Ninja's class was boring. Drew? Did you just call Drew boring? I think Drew is more interesting than Ninja. I don't want to get sued by his wife for saying that, though. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you're gonna make like, if you're gonna make a tutorial masterclass or whatever on how to stream, how to grow, I think you're trying to teach. I think you should try to focus teaching how to maximize using social media and whatever. And obviously, the timing being right and luck being right is just kind of it's a given. Like obviously that's gonna have to come in. Hopefully it goes well. That's just kind of like you assume that your career trajectory will exponentially grow if you do have the luck and timing.
They have given 71
also,
gift
I really
subs in the
don't
channel.
think starting on Twitch from zero is a good idea. You're fucked. You're way better off having social media for something else and then doing a Twitch. That way at least you have like 2 viewers and like 30 followers or something. Yeah, but like he did not even mention that at all. He didn't. I don't even think he mentioned anything about social media.